Hello everyone's. I'm here for 11 Hip Hop Hollywood Season 4 Episode 5. Before we get into this review, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and make sure your notifications are on. On this channel, I'm about positivity. So if you subscribe to me, you're part of my family. New subscribers, welcome. What I don't like is people getting down to the comments and making negative thoughts towards me or somebody else. So we're just not going to do that over here. Thank you in advance. So we have Nia and Moniz. They are hunting CISCO down because they thought that, we agreed that Tierra was going to go into rehab and not going and, get a detox. He's, patting himself on the back because he thought he did something. No, the girl clearly still has a problem and you don't realize it or don't want to realize it or don't care. And she, of course, doesn't think she have a drinking problem. A1 agrees with Nia and Moniz because he saw her drink a whole bottle by herself at his house. But, he ain't said nothing to CISCO about this. Like, man, if CISCO was with this girl and she's drinking whole bottle by herself, you should let him know, like, maybe they are right about Sierra drinking a lot. Like, have you, seen her stumbling? Because you was right there when she was stumbling and slurring her words. People who have a problem do that all the time. Moni, she gets to crying because she didn't been through that with family members no more, and she doesn't want to see that happen to her friend. Now, what I don't want to happen is we have this whole season to where Moniz and Nia's storyline is trying to get Tierra to go to rehab, and Tierra refusing to go to rehab because she doesn't think she have a problem. I just don't want that to be the whole season, me talking about them, because if it is, I'm not going to talk about it. So, Hazel says the Rose Burgundy is cramping her style, and she feels that she is making the money, so he should sit there and hush. Now, what I took from that is that he does not have a job and that he's waiting for her to bring him up on the scene. But she can't do that right now because, she the queen. She's wearing these crowns and she don't want the crown taken away from her. And I'm like, we already got Mama D calling herself the queen in Atlanta. I do not need it in Hollywood, please and thank you. And she's sitting there talking about he needs to know his position. Paraphrasing again, he needs to know his position because there is somebody waiting around the corner to be in her life to take that position. I'm like, Hazel E, I'm not liking this new you. I like that you have more confidence in yourself, but you're just taking it overboard in the way you acting towards this man. Because at the photo, yeah, I can agree that you were getting mad at him because if I'm in a photo shoot, I don't need you 2 feet away from me sitting there and popping bottles and messing things up. I agree with you on that one, but you sitting there talking about something, I can have somebody else real soon. When all of 3 seasons ago, you was asking another young man, begging him to be, y'all be in a relationship, and he turned you down. So I'm going to need you to stop. So, we have Alexis Sky busting in on Solo Lucci while he's at the radio station. Several problems with this is one, that the people who work at the radio station excused themselves. They didn't call security and escort her out. They didn't. Now, she is mad because the mother of his children stopped her down in LA, much like the way she did Masika. Isn't that ironic? So, I'm just guessing that next season, Mona Scott Young is going to have the baby's mother on here with her new man, and her new man's baby mother is going to be stalking her. See a trend happening? Because we had not Moniz, but we had Masika, and now we have not Hazel, but we have Masika. Then we had Alexis hunting her down, and now we have, I don't even know what the baby mother name is, hunting her down. See, this is the way Mona Scott does things, can't talk right now, and I'm not here for it. So, they get to arguing and get to fighting, and he calls her every low bottle scuttlebutt, lowest of the low, down of the down hoes. And she's surprised by this. I'm like, you seen the way he was talking about the mother of his child. What makes you think he wasn't going to do that to you? Y'all been together all of what, 2 months? So it was good that you didn't get pregnant by this man, because he showed his whole and true feelings towards you. Aren't you glad you didn't get with him? Didn't you get pregnant by him? So, CISCO's new therapy for Tierra Marie is her singing. He's like, I guess I done the detox thing. Now her new therapy is singing. No, we're not going to take her to rehab still. We're going to do my method of things. So, he's telling her how Moniece and Nia confronted him about her drinking. And her only thing is, did you defend me? That's the only thing she wants to know. Did you defend me? And this is where he does his old Jedi mind move. How can you ask me such a thing? You sit there and talking about, did I defend you? Did I defend you? At not one point did he say, yes, I defended you. See, Tier, you need to think about these things. He never said, yes, I defended you. It was, how can you sit there and say something like that? Yeah, really? Really? How can you question me? See, those girls is jealous of you. That's it. You ain't got no problem, baby. You ain't no alcoholic. They just jealous of you. And I'm here to be there for you. And now you turning on me. So now she's thinking, oh, snap. Those girls ain't my friend. You really here for me because you don't think I'm an alcoholic. See, this is an alcoholic's thinking. Way of thinking. Even though I say that her and CISCO relationship is just totally wrong and just not real at all, but her thinking is like an alcoholic, and he still is having his creep squad ways of making it seem like is you just wrong for questioning him all while not answering. I see you, CISCO. So Tiara goes to Moniece and Nia's like, how dare you go and speak to my man? What's wrong with y'all? But they feel, we figured if that's your man and you love him, he would want to help you out. That's our thinking. I'm sorry, I'm looking down at my notes, but Tiara says that she doesn't have a drinking problem. She just sometimes drinks and can't stop. And I think that if you're drinking and you can't stop, you have a problem, baby. It's not like you have a glass of wine once every 6 months. No, if you're drinking and you cannot stop, that is called having a problem. And I'm going to need you to get this together. And I know you so bad about your career, your singing and acting career. But if you steady drinking like this, people are not going to want to work with you. So it's a catch-22. Not catch-22, but like if you want to get out there and get your name out there, you gotta stop drinking. And you're going to continue drinking because you're not getting these roles, and you're not getting these roles because you continue to drink. Understand that, Tia Marie? So we have Lyrica. She walks in on A1 working with Keisha Cole. And I like how she was just so cool about it. She didn't come in fussing at Keisha. She didn't come in fussing at A1. She sat down and just listened. Her whole thing is, I'm not even mad that A1 is working with Keisha Cole because that is another check coming into the house. But had he told me, that could have been a second check coming in the house because I could have helped her out on her music. Even Keisha's like, you gonna help write something for me? See, that could have been 2 checks coming in the house. But since you want to sit here and go behind my back and not say anything, we lost out on another check. But remember, before you was who you were, I was the one that was bringing your name up, bucking you up to people when they didn't want to know you or want to work with you. That was me. I worked on Chris Brown's last album and it went platinum, baby. I can do this. But no, you didn't got so high and mighty, got this big head, you thinking you can do all these things. And she got the cussing and fussing and walked out. And he over here acting brand new, but I was like, ooh, he got on some new pearls. He got on the grandmama pearls, like the pearls that got like two of the pearls on, not pearls, but the 2 of the string of pearls on it, but then that like little picture in the middle. I was like, look at you, A1, you going with the grandmama pearls. Go ahead then. I still don't like it, but I was like, all right, do you. So we have Hazel yet again acting like she's so high and mighty, like, yes, I'm working over here with the lowest of the low people. You know, you can always write that off on a tax, for tax purposes. Yes, this is what I'm here to do, help the little people in the world. She wouldn't act like that, but that's how just in her mind she was acting. She then got to the photo shoot and just like completely, like the video shoot, and completely turned everything around and didn't tell anybody. But then catches the attitude when Chanel West Coast calls her on it. Like, you didn't even tell me about the step. You expect me to learn this like right now? We rehearsed about one thing and you came in, you were supposed to be helping, but you didn't took over everything. And you expect me to learn this? And then at one point I'm like, they fussing and fighting, and then Hazel just hops on the scene with the dancers pictures. And I'm like, is Hazel doing the video shoot now? Like, what is going on? She looked very stiff when she was doing it. I'm like, Hazel, you doing too much. Like, first of all, this is not even your set. So how are you trying to get security to get her out of here? You were here. You were the help in this situation. You were here to help. But you've taken over. And you didn't give anybody else direction. You didn't get into Safari. You didn't give them to Chanel West Coast. But you want to be mad, calling her all kind of unprofessional. Like, this is wrong with this generation. But you over here acting like this. So, we have CISCO. We're episode 5 in, and his creep ways have come up out of him, and he got him a new boo. His whole reason from coming to Los Angeles was not to be with his boo, Tierra. It was to have fun. Now, why he couldn't do that and be on the show, I guess Mona was like, we got to have a relationship with y'all, even though everybody knew it was fake, but we're going to do it anyway. So he got him a new boo. I'm like, we are 5 episodes in, and you're still being a creep. Am I surprised about it? No, didn't. I knew it was going to happen. Actually, I thought it was going to happen even sooner. I just knew at one point he was going to get tired of Tierra being, drunk. I was like, I can't do this. I'm going to go back to being my creep mode ways. So, lastly, I'm not even going to talk about this whole scene. I'm just going to talk about the look on Mr. Ray's face when Zell bum brushed him. He's like that wasn't planned, and Zell is over here going off script, and he didn't know how to act. So these foods, mainly Zell, are cutting up several foods at the nail shop. Yeah, and that's how it went off. So that was basically the gist that went on. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment or video response. And like I always want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to like this video, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.